Uh, right. So this screenshot perfectly epitomizes this guy. He's just really angry. But what I wanted to talk about was I'm just out of the shower, so I'm doing this from the video. Um, what I wanted to talk about was what he says here. He starts talking about Irish people right here, and I'm just gonna let you listen to it, and then I'm gonna comment on it. Okay, here we go.
Here comes this parasite. Irish people were discriminated against too, man. But pulled through it and got out of it, okay, man? Don't be bitter, okay, man? Okay, since you're anonymous, Jake, first and foremost, you think the Irish people pulled themselves out of that? No, 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 no. See, while Irish people were making a muck of northeastern America by, child prostitution and organized crime and gang violence and doing all of that and making a muck out of northeast America, they were doing crazy shit. Yeah, they were like selling their 9-year-old girls for prostitution just to like make rent money. Where do you Europeans get your moral values from? Crazy. But America decided to accept you into whiteness, accept you into white supremacy. And what did they have to do? Reparations and government organized and illustrated programs to assist you into assimilating into white supremacy and making you white. You should read a book. I think it's called When the Irish Became White. But yeah, it's true. It's so true. So you didn't help you get out of it. Actually, the American government did with economic power that was built by black people. So actually, I helped you out. I got you out of that, Irish people. You're welcome. You're welcome again. Again, black people helping people that are ungrateful and bigots and hateful. Insidious nature. Insidious nature. Let's look at the next comment by you.
Well, that's basically where he talks about the Irish people, and it's a lot of generalizations and a lot of misinformation, and that freaking book at the end. I want to kill him for that. I want to strangle his ass for that, because I've read it. Like, seriously, like let's look it up. When the Irish became white. Here we go. Yeah, and you can basically hear how loudly I tap my keyboard. Amazon. Let's see this review. Because I'm becoming so lazy, I usually look for Wikipedia at first. But this is quite good. This is non-biased, right? In the first half of the 19th century, some 3 million... Okay, I was reading that. It doesn't actually say how the Irish became white. It says how the Irish became white. You can't even see the E. Right. The first half of the 19th century, some 3 million Irish immigrated to America, trading a ruling elite of Anglo-Irish Anglicans for one of WASPs. The Irish immigrants were self-evidently not Anglo-Saxon, yet they're Celtic. Irish, Welsh and Scots are Celtic. It's well documented. And they were not Protestant, yet they were Catholic, and I'll get into why they were Catholic in a minute. And as far as many of their nativists were concerned, they weren't white either. Yes, they feckin' were. They might not have been the right type of white, but they were white. Nobody can deny that. Hold on a second. Clearing my glasses. Just how in the years surrounding the Civil War, the Irish evolved from an oppressed, unwelcome social class to become part of a white racial class, is the focus of Harvard lecturer Ignatius. Okay, he sounds at least Eastern European. Well-researched, intriguing, though haphazardly structured book. By mid-century, Irish voting solidarity gave them political power, a power augmented by the brute forces of groups descended from the Molly Maguires, Who the hell is the Molly Maguires? Hold on a second. Okay, right, it was an active secret society. It was a secret society active in Ireland, Liverpool, and parts of the eastern United States. What he's basically saying there is that black people helped white Irish immigrants out of poverty. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Irish people worked hard to get themselves out of poverty. And I'm going to go into this because he went into no detail about what happened to cause the Irish people to flee to America. So I might as well just tell you. It was oppression, specifically religious oppression, not racial oppression. There was nothing about them that was considered not white. There was nothing about them that when they got to America was considered not white. It was just they weren't the right kind of white. They weren't nice Protestant people. Now let me give you a little bit of a history lesson. During the latter half of the 18th century and the early half of the 20th century, Ireland was a majority Catholic country, but with a Protestant government. So the people in charge were the minority. So what did they do? They persecuted the majority. Excuse me. This led to, although Ireland, specifically Belfast, was one of the biggest hubs of shipbuilding, coincidentally all three of the Olympic class of the White Star Line came from there. The Olympic, the Titanic and the Britannic, two of which were sunk and the other one was scrapped. Coincidentally, the two other hubs of British ports were Glasgow, which is a rich shipbuilding history and now has two shipyards left along the Clyde. And then you've got Liverpool. And together these three cities created everything that we now come to associate with shipbuilding. In fact, another two of the most famous ships to ever set sail came out of Glasgow. And I'm of course talking about the QE2 and the HMS Hawke. The two of them were built there, and of course the cable steamer, the Mackay Bennett, was built just across the road from me. I could literally see the shipyard from there. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Although Belfast was one of the hubs of British shipbuilding, they were very, very, how do you say it? They were very, very careful about who they let in. If you had an Irish sounding name, you were probably not going to get the job, which sucks. But them's the breaks. So fed up with this, Irish people hearing the American dream, which is if you work hard and you get your head below the parapet, don't make any noise. My uncle's just came in. God. And he's thrown me off what I was saying. Which is, if you work hard and you keep your head below the parapet and stuff like that, and you don't make too much trouble, you too could have success. And they heard that America was full of jobs and stuff like that because it was a burgeoning industry and things like that. So they packed up everything, literally everything they had, and they moved over. And if you think you can't understand my accent, it was 10 times worse for Irish people. They would come over and they'd be like, sure, how are you doing? You're my neighbour, aren't you? And I get that a lot of people, like, I'll show you on here. Look. Like, there's one from me. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. This one. Nana Loa. She said, and let's not forget who were the first people to accept the Irish and to not show prejudice or hate towards them. Black people. Evidently, she's wanting some money for saying that. Our people live near / amongst them and help them out, but they were mad quick to turn on black people once they became white. Same with white women. Same with anti-blackness and other immigrant outsiders like the Chinese / Japanese or even the natives. Blacks always had their backs, helping to grow their little stores and putting money into their business. But once that's it, there's not even a read more. Actually, I think it's because I've got this going. Yeah. Irish people, see when they were there, once they got there, they got jobs. They kept their heads down, they worked hard. And now you want to claim their hard work and say that they owe you money? Gettest thou to buggery, you ugly little runt. I'm not even kidding you on. Like, get yourself to go. Leave that country if you think that people owe you stuff just because you have melanin. Like, there's Japanese people who are asking for reparations for what happened to them in the internment camps. But I can tell you right now, what happens to them in the internment camps is quite a recent thing, and there's literally hundreds of people that are still alive today that went through it. And I think reparations, pardon me, are necessary. It's the same with even with reparations, like, reparations should have been made to the people who were involved. If they weren't made to the people who were involved, then that's sad and that's racist, but it does not mean that you deserve money now. I mean, even go so far as to say at the end, watch this.
I will put it on my foot and lace them up as soon as you give me back my boots. But since you don't want to give it back, I'm going to take it back by force. Check this melanin, and bitch better have my money. Don't you act like you forgot.
Listen, I'm not acting like I forgot. I'm acting like it's not yours because it's not.
Cause more the petition on Facebook, cause I catch you and not too sure. I should openly is my money.
It looks like he's having a seizure, to be quite honest with you. There's a lot of dances that he could have done. It looks like he's having a seizure. Putting it away. Like, seriously. Yeah, I'm not acting like I forgot. Because I haven't. I'm acting as though it's not yours. Because it's not. It's not your money. I should actually point out that yes, I am at least part Irish. I am about 10% Irish. All of my mother's side comes from Ireland. So, you know, more than qualified to talk about it. But I'll see you guys later, and Slanger. That means to your good health.